Hello and welcome to BIZ, your work life sorted. I'm Vernem.
And I'm Lisa Lee. I've been noticing this thing at work lately, Em. You know when someone's on a project with you and you feel relieved?
I know someone just pinged in my head and
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Was it me?
name. Oh my God, actually, if we were on a project together, we would both have complete different feelings about it because I'd be like, done and dusted, that's it, put my legs up, I'm
All
in
good.
the best position I need to be. And you'd be like, oh my God.
Let's keep going. Let's do more. Okay, so what we're talking about today is when things run really smoothly, like they feel almost effortless with those people that you work with. And then there are other times when nothing's technically wrong, but you kind of know that there's going to be 10 extra messages, all these follow-ups, some kind of mild personality change that's needed in the meantime to just get things over the line.
Yeah,
and you feel exhausted by the time you get there.
Literally.
Yeah.
If you were on a project with me, that's exactly how you'd be feeling.
No,
Yes.
not at all. We got here today. So at those times you're going, why is it harder than it needs to be? What we want to talk about today is the difference, because it's not usually talent, it's effort, and it's all these small habits and things that show up that just make work easier, or sometimes quietly harder for all the people around you.
Or yourself, because like you will be that person for someone else. So it's like wanting to make sure that you're the person that people feel relieved when you're on a project.
Yeah.
Not stressed out.
And it's not so binary, right? Like sometimes I can be the person people be relieved I'm there, and sometimes I'm the pain in the ass.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, yes. So this episode will show you the small habits that make someone easier at work or they quietly make things hard.
Let's go.
Okay, this might sound controversial, Em, but I actually think that a lot of people don't realise how much extra work they create.
Why do you have to come for me like this?
Oh, it's not for you. I said I was coming for myself as well. My God.
I feel like there's been instances now that I reflect where a little thing in my head, something that I've requested or thought about is actually catastrophic.
Yeah.
Or just like snowballs into something bigger. And I'm just going to use like a personal example here. Like, for example, I record so many podcasts a week. I'm here all the time. If I have like an appointment or I want a day off, obviously everyone's so accommodating to that. But sometimes I forget that that's so many other people's jobs. Like it's my producer who has to like reorganize the rest of the hosts. It's the rest of the hosts who have to reorganize their day. It's our social media producer and our video producer who get the footage later, and then the upload will come later. And sometimes what you think is a tiny decision can actually be a massive one for someone else.
So true. And like I said earlier, you can be both sides of these. Like you can be the easiest person to work with for someone, and you can be the absolute most difficult. Like I was thinking about this on the way here today. Someone gave me some feedback and they said to me, someone in my team, and they said to me, what's great about you is that you know exactly what you want. And the other side of that is that you get way too involved in it. So
That's a really interesting way to put it. I like that.
Yeah, it's got really good feedback. And sometimes I don't know what I want. Like I was working with Beck in my team the other day, and she was pulling together a case study for something, and I said, here it is. I don't really know what I want it to look like. Dear God, Beck should have stopped me at that point, because now I'm just probably going to change it 4 times because I'll realize what I want it to look like probably about 5 goes in.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see it coming. So you can be both, and you have to realize that you're actually making a lot of work for the other person. Be a bit more self-aware about it, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is the work then comes back, it gets reworked, you get more messages, more time, more meetings. And the issue generally isn't the quality of the work, it's more like the setup and the relationship and the fact that that conversation hasn't happened.
Yeah. Or even just like you not knowing what you want.
Yeah.
Like I think it's really hard when you want something specific but you don't know what that is, and then you get other people to try to jump in on that, and then you just assume they can read your mind.
Yeah. And how often does that show up, right? It either shows up in the work, it shows up in a meeting room.
Yeah.
When people go, why am I actually here right now?
Yeah.
What is this for? It shows up in all sorts of places. And when you see emails boomeranging back and forth and bouncing, you're like, okay, can we stop now?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Someone
And there are
just
so
send this.
many small things that could make a big difference to that. Most people don't sit down and think, now is the perfect time to reinvent my career. It's more like between work, life, and everything else, you start wondering what's next. Open Universities Australia can help you figure out your next step. With access to thousands of online courses from Australia's leading unis, their student advisors will find the right one for you based off your study goals and career outcomes. It's as easy as calling 13Open or booking a free consultation at open.edu.au. Your journey into uni starts with Open Universities Australia. So what it looks like when it's better, I think there's quite a few things. There's small shifts, right? Like you could say, here's the draft. I'd love feedback on the structure, not the wording yet. So be like really specific on what you're asking for.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love feedback on this, not this.
And not this. That's what I'm looking for right now because
It's
I
like an
know
A/B
that it's not
test.
there.
Let's change one thing at a time so we're all on the same page.
Exactly. And it goes back to that episode we had earlier around knowing what you're asking for and being really specific on that. The other thing, and I was mentioning this before about the work that I was doing with Beck, question. Before I start, what does a great version of this look like for you? If you get that baseline, then you're working towards that, not what you think that they think they want.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. And then go, but the last time you like this, you're like, yeah, but the context was different and the client was different.
Yeah.
Ask the question. Just stop for a second and save yourself and save all the back and forth.
Work.
What other small shifts have you seen that people do?
One thing that I had when I used to be in my brief time as a manager, I've talked about it so many times in previous season. When you're managing a lot of people, I think sometimes you forget that as a manager, you're also doing another job. You're not just managing people, but you're also doing your actual full-time job. And then part of your job is knowing what to keep as a manager and work on yourself versus what to offload or like pass down to someone or like give it to someone who seems really interested in it or someone who's really good at it. And then you just do that and you keep going and you keep going. And then one time I had someone I was managing come up to me, and without realizing it, I just kept giving her a shitload of work.
Yeah.
Because it just kept going, and like every day it would be something new, like a new task.
And you tweak?
Yeah.
You
and I
adjust
wasn't
to it?
like, and she's like, I really want to work on all of this, but this is everything you've given me, and I just need to help figure out what my priority should be. And I think that's such a good way to address it by basically saying, girl, calm down. You're giving me a lot.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm saying yes to this, what am I saying no to? I can do that, but what would you like me to deprioritize?
And then I'm like, oh my God, yes, and this is all important work. So I'll take off all of this and do it myself, and you can do this stuff. And I think the priorities thing has helped me also in my work, because now I can be like, I have to do all of these things in my head seem really important, but I should know what the business deems as most important so I can focus on that first.
Totally. And that goes back to that episode we were talking about being busy versus being valuable, which we'll link to as well. The other thing I see is meetings. Oh my gosh.
We're so anti-meeting here, aren't we?
How much time gets wasted in meetings and people calling meetings. But if you've actually been to a meeting where someone like knows how to run one properly and why they're doing it.
What does that look like?
Okay, so someone taught me a while ago, every meeting should have a PAO, which is purpose, agenda, outcome. If you can't name those three things, you're not having a meeting. Otherwise, you're walking in and going, so what are we talking about here? And like, what are we actually covering and who's covering that? And what are we actually meeting for? Like, what are we trying to achieve?
Yeah.
So if you have a PAO in every meeting, it'll make it better. And also actually really think about the time that you need. Everyone defaults to an hour. And so then you sit there and you've got like Joe in the corner trying to fill the hour and just keep asking questions like, when will Joe stop talking?
Yeah.
So be really clear on what you're going to cover and then go, great, we finish early, we leave early.
Yeah,
that's it.
Early mark, like in school.
Yeah. Like make it easier.
I love that.
As well.
PAO.
Get a PAO going.
So you're basically doing like the same work, it's just like less friction, and you're being more like what we like literally said in episode 1, more valuable about your time and the work you're doing.
Exactly. And just these small things that make people want to work with you and look forward to working with you because they know that you're going to be reliable, you're going to follow through, you're going to do exactly what you said you'd do. Yeah. So I think the second one is this. You can be doing a lot and still not be helping things move. And you really see it when
feels so bad.
Yeah, we've all seen someone like this before, and they have the best intentions and they're trying to do things, but they're either creating more work unintentionally and things just aren't moving where they need to.
No, honestly, I've been there.
And when I say move, it means get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done so we can all move on, right? And you see it when someone gives an update, but no one knows what to do with it. They go, that's cool. What next?
Thanks for letting me know.
Thank you for the FYI. my personal bugbear, work gets shared with no recommendation or opinion. It's like, this is good, but what do you want from it? What do you want from me from it?
Yeah.
Or what's the question that you're asking? Meetings, just full stop. Meetings, just fix them. And something's clearly off with all of those, but then no one picks it up and we just go, oh, that's the status quo. Let's just keep going. That's how we do things here.
Yeah. I think when I have to work on a project, I need to be very straightforward with like who is involved in it and what their responsibilities are at what point in the project as well.
Yeah.
Like I feel like exactly what you said, there's been times where sometimes I'll just send like a presentation out or send a project out to like a group of people and I haven't actually given them a reason why I'm sending it to them or what I want from them. And I just kind of assume, I'm like, here it is. I've done my part. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Someone sent something to me the other day with like zero context. And I was like to him, I'm like, is this an FYI or an invitation? Like, what is this? I'm not sure. And you're right. Then it goes around in circles. I would add to that as well. If I'm working with a new team or a new project, new person for the first time, I would go, what's your goal? Like, what are you trying to get out of this so that I can help you with that as well? Yeah. Because it's not just about like me, like think about our team on BIZ, right? Me, I'm doing my part. It's like, how can I help you, Marlena? How can I help you, Tom? Like, what are you trying to achieve? And what can I help in your role with that? So you see some of these things and it's even just like little shifts, like, you know, I'm big on like language and communication and stuff. I think one of the best things you could ask would be, before we go any further, are we solving the right problem? Or before we go any further, what's your role and what's my role? Or before we go any further, what's the goal for this?
Yeah.
Just like stop for a minute and get aligned.
And sometimes people will be like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens all the time. We don't want that.
That'll be very confronting, actually.
These kind of things aren't more work either, like we were saying. Like, these are just really subtle shifts in how you work and thinking about it and going, okay, well, I'll ask that question first before I dive into the work because I'm going to save myself 723 emails back and forth on it. And they're just making the work a lot more usable and people actually want to work with you as well.
Yeah, because I feel like the best kind of project should be like collaborative. But then if none of you actually know what you're working towards, then you're just going to be going in a little circle.
Yeah. And do you know what? A lot of these things that we're talking about, I have either picked up through like learning I've done or people I've worked with. I'm like, oh, wow, why do you run a meeting that way? And they're like, for these reasons. I'm like, oh my gosh, why have we never run meetings that way?
Yeah.
So we're kind of giving you a few shortcuts, cheat sheets here on little subtle shifts that'll make work a bit easier for you.
Maybe you should just be leading every meeting in every company.
Oh, if I have to go to a meeting now and it's like a total... So what are we here to talk about? I just like start melting in my chair.
And you're the kind of person who would just be like, okay, I'm running this now.
Okay, totally. I'm like, do you mind if I just take over the agenda here, Tom?
Poor Tom. He's just our example for everything.
So the last one I think is the most important. It's the biggest. People don't trust you just because you do one good piece of work at all.
Why not?
Why not? Like, trust is built over time and it's built with so many different moments. Just because we do one good project or one great episode together, the trust isn't built then. There's this great author, you know, I love a book. I haven't got it with me today, so I can't show you, but we'll link to it in the show notes. It is by a guy called Charles Green, and he has a book called The Trusted Advisor, and it talks about the trust equation. God, I love a framework.
You do love a framework.
Helps me remember stuff. So trust is built up over, he says, these 4 key aspects.
Yeah.
So the equation is credibility plus reliability plus intimacy over self-orientation, and that equals trust. So those are some lovely dictionary words.
Formula as well.
Credibility is like, do I know what I'm talking about? Like, do I have some kind of expertise, right? Yep. I speak on podcasts. I can convincingly tell you what's going on here.
Tick.
Reliability. Do I say what I'm going to do when I'm going to do it? Intimacy is the relationship part, and that is like,
don't have sex with them.
Yeah, you don't please don't. This is not a sexual relationship, guys. We're not encouraging office relationships. What we're saying here is get to know the person. You say it before, rather than just thinking like, this is the way I like to do things. This is how we're going to do it, right? going, hey, how do you like to work? Here's how I like to work. How can we best work together?
Yeah, use people's strengths.
Yeah, exactly. So getting to know the people you work with in a really good way. And the last one is the most important, because if you don't do this, like all the others fall down, and that is self-orientation. So that is, am I doing this in service of myself, or am I doing it in service of the work and the team?
Yeah, right.
There's definitely a difference there.
Oh my God. That's really confronting.
Yeah, but like you think about the people that you trust and that you work with, and those things around like credibility, reliability. Do I like them as a person? Like, are they effectively likable?
Yeah.
And do I think they're doing it for the greater good, not just for themselves and what they want to get out of it?
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, like ticks a few boxes, right?
Nice.
Yeah. So I think when we talk about these small habits, and you think about the people that you go, oh, I love working with that person. Like, I hope I'm on a project with them, or I would love that person in my team. It's because fundamentally there is like an underlying sense of trust. It's one of those things. And it's probably driven by these small habits they have to like increase that credibility, reliability, how they work with you.
Yeah. It's also like a good framework to use if you are in the position to create project teams and stuff, and choosing people on who you want to work on certain projects, and vice versa. If you want to work on a project so desperately, like look at how you fit within this framework yourself to see if you are a great candidate for it.
Know your shit and do what you say you're going to do. If you just do those two things, which Charles Green calls credibility and reliability, you're halfway there. Right?
Know your shit. So we are now up to my favorite part of the episode. It is out, which stands for one useful thing. My one useful thing that I can't stop thinking about from this episode is your meeting structure.
Payos.
I'm just thinking about all the meetings I've put in with people, and now I'm just so deeply embarrassed about how they all went because I didn't have a payo, and I've just wasted so many people's time.
You could feel the like angst in one of those meetings. I've run one of those meetings before as well, and everyone's like, cool, are we done? Like, what are we here for?
Embarrassing for me.
Bit of a melt moment, right?
Payo, guys, show it to your managers.
Get yourself a payo. Mine is this. People actually don't remember how hard you worked, right? They remember how hard or how easy you were to work with. Be the easy person to work with. Work on those small things so people noticed. Send something with context. Ask for feedback with direction. Specifically, I'm looking for. Don't do the passag kind of resistance just because it feels fun and you're a bit frustrated that day. Just ask the question, have the clarity, right? And share something so that people can actually act on it. Do those tiny little things in your day and just take a moment, and you'll be the person they remember you for because you were the easy person to work with.
Be the easy person.
Yeah, we all want more of those. Thanks for listening to today's episode of BIZ. If you enjoyed this one, please share it with your mates. It's word of mouth recos like yours that really make a difference to us. And you can also find us on Insta and TikTok at BIZ by Mamamia. We'll catch you next week when we cover why good enough gets you further than perfect. That's an episode we all want to be listening to.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
See ya.